All right. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. That's a quote from Atomic Habits from James Clear. Okay, but what does that mean? Clear says, and he's right, that the goal is not what separates people. As we're filming this, the Olympics are happening, and every Olympian in Paris right now has a goal of winning gold. Every single team, when they start a season, has a goal of winning the championship. But it's the system. It's the habits that separate elite from very good from good, good from mediocre, mediocre from poor. So today I'm going to lay out for you the top 7 habits of highly successful voice actors. The 7 habits that I believe that will have the most impact on the success of your career. The 7 strategic systems, if you will. And stick around because as we go through these today, I'm going to have a couple of free downloads for you that will help you build out a couple of these habitual systems, if you will. All right, number 7. Ongoing performance training. Successful voice actors know that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse because everybody else around you is getting better. Training in voiceover is not something that you check off a list like, oh, training, did that, check. Great voice actors, great athletes, great musicians and artists, and no matter what the field, those people that are great in those fields understand that it takes ongoing refining and working on their craft. And more importantly, working on the craft is how they got to be great. Tiger Woods, at the peak of his career, had a swing coach. Tiger Woods, when he was 3 years old, had a swing coach. Now, granted, when he was 3, it was his dad. But the point is, to be great takes continuous training with a reputable coach. Working with a good coach is not just about being better at what you do. It's about being a better version of yourself. Number 6, mastering your time. I've said this hundreds of times, I'm sure, but I'm going to say it again. Your most valuable assets as a voice actor, as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, are your time and attention. And how you spend those assets makes all the difference in the world. One of the hardest things for new freelancers to get used to is to being responsible for your own time and focusing your attention. I don't have time to train with a coach. I don't have time to audition. I don't have time to market my business. You have the same 24 hours in a day, same 168 hours in a week as the elite VOs do. You have the time. I can say that for sure. But do you have the willingness to take an honest look at how you're spending your time and to give up the things that don't serve your success? Successful people don't get that way by scrolling social media all day. They don't plan their lives and their schedules around being home for House of the Dragon every week. Successful freelancers, successful voice actors, successful people have a plan. They schedule the most important things that have to get done first. Not the most relaxing, not the most fun, not the easiest to check off the list, not even the most urgent. The most important stuff, the stuff that's gonna move the needle. They make sure that stuff gets scheduled first so that no matter what else happens, that's on the schedule and it doesn't get deleted. It can get moved, but it can't get deleted. But the problem is many freelancers, many voice actors, therefore, don't even know really how they're spending their time. So if that's you, and you really want to learn where your time is going every week, I have a free tool for you. It's called a time audit worksheet. And you can download that for free by either scanning this QR code or by hitting the link in the description and show notes. You fall to the level of your systems. And if you don't have a system for managing your time, I highly recommend our course in VO Pro called Time Mastery for Voice Actors. It's included with your VO Pro membership, and you can go to vopro.pro to sign up for that now. Number 5, strategic goal setting. Voiceover, entrepreneurship, business, it's all a journey. Mastering your time, mastering your habits, mastering your schedule, that's all about doing the things that will propel you forward in that journey. But that begs the question, what direction are you going in? Clear says that goals are great for setting direction, and systems are best for making progress. Progress is pointless without direction. You need both. Now, others may differ, and you may differ, and that's fine. But I personally plan out my long-term planning for no more than a year at a time. Every December, I sit down and I plan out the next 12 months, figure out where I am, where I want to go with my business and my career over the next 12-month period. I usually just brainstorm every possible goal I can imagine for myself in the next 12 months, all the things that I would like to accomplish. Then I kind of group those together if need be, cross off the ones that are redundant, and I whittle those down to a very short list of 3 major goals that I want to accomplish in the next year. Then I brainstorm the strategies to achieve those goals, the strategies and the tactics, and I prioritize them based on my capacity to get them done and how effective I think that they will be. Then I reverse engineer the habits and behaviors, i.e. the tactics that I need to execute those strategies. Then I break everything down by quarter and month, and voila. My strategic goal setting has therefore then just produced a plan for me to schedule my time and focus my attention on a daily and weekly basis. Now I not only have the destination, but I've got the gas in the car to be able to get there. Number 4, marketing. J. Michael Collins, this in the last year, has said that, the days of a talent coming into this business and being able to simply sit on the pay-to-plays and have a successful career are long over. In 2024 and beyond, you simply cannot rely on the pay-to-plays and your agents to produce enough opportunities for you to have a sustainable career. You must market your services directly to buyers consistently over time to generate enough opportunities to build a successful career. A study conducted by freelancer.com found that freelancers who spend significant time on marketing each week, activities like reaching out to clients and maintaining an online presence and other marketing activities, freelancers who spent at least 10 hours a week on that stuff, on that marketing work, made on average 50% more than those who didn't. And there is an avalanche of other data to support this. The fact is, the more you market, the more you make. The problem is, most people, most freelancers, and yes, most voice actors, don't have a system and a plan to market their business. And I get it. One big reason for that is only about 10% of the entire workforce in the US has any sales and marketing experience or background. And most of them don't have the foggiest idea about how to market a successful voiceover business. I've had career salespeople tell me, look, I've been selling my entire life, but I have no idea how to sell and market this stuff. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. If you don't have a system to market your business, you don't stand much of a chance. And if that's you, if you don't have a system, I encourage you to check out the VO Freedom Master Plan at vofreedommasterplan.com. Number 3, accountability. A choice without consequences is no choice at all. That's a quote from author Tom Robbins. It's one thing to make promises to yourself. It's another thing entirely to declare an intention to another human being. A wedding is just an idea until the invitations are in the mail. Accountability works because we're much less likely to break a social contract with another person than we are a promise to ourselves. That's just human nature. It's not just you. There are several frameworks for accountability. Let's start with accountability buddies. This is essentially a one-on-one. You choose another person, you two meet up regularly and consistently, whether that's every week or every month or bi-weekly or however you determine works for you. And in those calls, in those meetings, you declare what you intend to get accomplished over the next time period. At the next meeting, you review your progress with that other person. You tell them, I accomplished A, B, and C, but I didn't get to D. And you set your intentions for the following time period. My accountability buddy, Craig Williams, he and I have been doing this for the last 6 or 7 years. Every Monday at 12 noon my time, 11 a.m. his, we talk for sometimes a half an hour. It started out as an hour, but we've got our system down pretty solid now. And I can honestly say, if those calls never happened, I would not be here right now. I would not be in the business, much less successful. We help each other. We keep each other on track strategically, mentally, emotionally. We talk each other off the ledge. We kick each other in the ass, and we celebrate each other's wins. And from those calls, we have developed a friendship, and I have developed a career that I could have never dreamt of. Number two, if one-on-ones are a little too intimate for you, you may want to think about an accountability group. These are small groups, 5, 6, 8 people that do the same thing, set intentions, review progress, and so on and so on. You can meet weekly, monthly, bi-weekly. The frequency doesn't matter as much as the consistency. And a third common framework for accountability is mastermind groups. Mastermind groups are another type of accountability group. Again, a small group, usually 6 or 8 people or so, that uses a combination of brainstorming and accountability and problem solving to help each other and to reach their goals more quickly. And masterminds and other accountability groups, they help members achieve success a little bit more quickly by sharing best practices, by shortening the learning curve for each other. And the other element of mastermind groups, especially, is that the members encourage each other to set strong, ambitious goals. And more importantly, to stay focused and organized enough to accomplish those goals. Accountability is such an effective strategic habit that we have baked it right into our VO Pro community. We have ritualized accountability. Every Monday, we set our intentions for the week in a section called Monday Goals. Every Friday, we review our progress and celebrate our wins in Friday Wins. And in the middle of the week, as we're plowing through the week, we sometimes encounter challenges. No, that never happens to you, does it? And we post those challenges and ask for help from each other in a section called Midweek Challenges. This isn't just some sort of pulled out of thin air, made up community engagement strategy. This is a strategy to systemize accountability in our community so that we all go faster and further together. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Number 2, speak of the devil. Community. Successful freelancers do not isolate. And as voice actors, the old trope of us being locked in our tiny little padded cells all day talking to ourselves. What we do as solopreneurs, as freelancers, and yes, as voice actors is inherently isolating, and we find ourselves in our own tiny little bubbles every day. And the problem with that is we lose perspective. We assume that our struggles and our challenges and our obstacles are uniquely our own and nobody else is dealing with this stuff. And I can tell you absolutely with 100% confidence that they are not, that our struggles are not completely unique to us. But when the only voice you hear all day long is the one in your own head, then that lone voice becomes your truth, and that's dangerous. When we get into community with other people that do what we do, we find that we are not alone. We are not, in fact, dying of terminal uniqueness, and that there are tons of other people out there who all have the same challenges that we do, and if we come together, we can help each other navigate them. A community, a successful community, is a framework, a system for connecting each other, learning from each other, and supporting each other. Great communities are more than just the sum of all the members. They are places where relationships start and grow and deepen. And finally, number 1, and I think this is the 800-pound gorilla habit of these 7, is gratitude. Scientific studies prove that people who regularly practice gratitude have much higher levels of self-satisfaction and self-fulfillment, not to mention overall well-being. And that grateful people, people who consistently practice gratitude, have a much better sense of purpose and meaning in their lives. Look, man, business is hard. Life is hard. It beats you down relentlessly. You have to have a system for building yourself back up. And the best way I know of, and modern science knows of, is gratitude. So, how do you practice gratitude, Paul? Well, first, let's take the word practice. That means you have to do it regularly. Now, how you do it is somewhat up to you. It can be making a mental note every day of maybe one or two or three people that you're grateful for that have shown you a kindness. Maybe for you, it's writing physical thank you notes once a week to the people that have helped you. It can be a morning gratitude journal. It can be making mental notes as you're falling asleep, while you're in bed, while you're quiet and still. It can be tracking and sharing your wins each week. It doesn't matter how you do it, it matters that you do it and that you do it consistently. And here's the thing. Find what works for you, because that's what you'll be able to do consistently. If you're not a journaling person, then don't journal. If you're not a thank you note writer, then don't write thank you notes. The last thing you want is to have the thought, I've got to write those goddamn thank you notes again. Gratitude and resentment can't live in the same head at the same time. None of us achieves anything of real value in this life without other people. Practice gratitude for other people, for your situation. If you're a person of privilege, practice gratitude for that. And I promise you, it will lead to a happier life, a better sense of purpose, and more self-fulfillment. Now, I promised you 2 bonuses within this video. If you are a person that is inclined to or want to start a gratitude journal, then I have listed out 25 of my favorite gratitude journal prompts. And again, you can scan this QR code here or click the link in the description and show notes. That's a free download. It's there for the taking. I hope it helps you. And again, all the links for this and everything that we've discussed in this video today are in the show notes and description. Finally, go to vopro.pro for my Move, Touch, Inspire newsletter for voice actors and freelancers that comes out every Thursday. More information on the VO Pro community and the VO Freedom Master Plan. If you found value from this video, please share it with another voice actor or freelancer so that we can help them as well. And finally, thanks for the conversations and the chats that we have, good God, everywhere. Here on the YouTube channel, in LinkedIn, in the VO Pro community, in the VO community at large. The more we talk, the more we exchange ideas, the more we hash things out reasonably and civilly, the better, stronger industry we will have for every single voice actor. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.